Well, it looks like we got our first episode of the Obi-Wan Kenobi series, and let me tell you, I'll start with a word to describe the episode. Boredom. That is how I would describe it. It's nothing but a filler episode. Nothing happens until the very end. You know, if this was something that I was just, watching it just to watch it, no, I'd be done with it after the first episode because it's fucking boring. Lucasfilm really need to, let's just go with anything Disney Plus. All these series seem to be so slow. They seem to waste a lot of time doing nothing. Doing nothing but just showing us, there's a guy walking here. Shit like that. It's like, yeah, just get on with it. Get on with it. And it probably shouldn't take us that long to go through this episode because there is not a lot here. If you want to kind of understand how I was reacting to it when I was watching it, this was basically my expression, just expressionless. Constantly going, how long's left now? Oh, 40 minutes. How long's left now? Fucking 39 minutes, 30 seconds. Fucking great. So it was a drag. Safe to say, it was a drag. So let's just get into it, because I've got my dinner on the go. A lovely big old fucking steak. Just how we like to have it. But yeah, it starts off with a long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away, before Luke Skywalker drank the titty milk. That's how it all starts. And what we get is a 4-minute recap of shit we already seen. Again, they're just looking to waste time somewhere. They go, we put 4 minutes into the prequels. That'll keep them happy for a few minutes. But yeah, we don't need 4 minutes of it. I was quite pleased with it because it just it made us go through the episode a lot quicker. Just made it a tad quicker. So I'm all for it. But yeah, we really only needed I'll give you a minute. 4 minutes, you're pushing it. And something I did forget to say, just remember, if you're actually watching this episode rather than, just me talking about it, you have to understand that the director of this series compared it to the Joker, the 2019's Joker film. Not in the same tone, but she says it's character driven. And I can already tell you now it fucking isn't. We've got about 48 minutes of this episode. There's no characters here. They just, for some reason, they whenever it comes to these Disney Plus shows, they don't know how to pull viewers in within the first episode. They don't know how to do it. They can't pull in your investment. They can't go, I'm excited for the next episode. They never do it. And this goes for the Marvel Disney Plus shows as well. Most of those start out like them. But we're almost at the end of the 4-minute filler. Because that is all it is. And then we get the City of Coruscant. And this is at the Jedi Temple. And this is when the whole Order 66 stuff is taking place. So they're in there training. I don't know if they've had earmuffs on. It's like, you must have heard this by now. All these people getting murdered. But no, they're still having a class at fucking 12 o'clock at night. I don't know why. I don't know why they're doing this at fucking night time. I don't know why. So they're having their lesson. It's this Whammon Jedi, because Whammon can be Jedis as well. I never knew that before. So she's swinging through them, and then eventually she gets shot in the back. She's down. And I'm guessing this kid in the middle she's Reva, because I believe Reva was she was a Jedi before she got took by the Empire, which we don't find out about yet. We already know that, so it's, I'm not spoiling anything. But they start talking like they're 40. That seems to be something they do that happens a lot in films and TV. It's like, no, yeah, kids don't talk that way. They do not talk, right, well, let's run this way. So they run off, and that's like our sort of opening scene. And then we're at the fucking desert again. You know, after the Mandalorian and Boba Fett, I do miss the desert. Fucking, but you know, they got to use that setup. They got to use the set that they paid all that money for. So that's why we're always in the fucking desert. Every show is in the fucking desert. I'm tired of the fucking desert. So this is when the so you've probably seen this part from the trailer. This is, you know, Dr. Evil wannabe. You've got some guy behind him with a stupid fucking hat on. And then you've got our Reaver, our bait and switch. Soon to be bait and switch. So they're just slowly walking through town. Slowly does it. Slowly gets you there. And they enter this sort of bar, I'm guessing. They enter here and they start to... We're looking for Jedis. Give us a Jedi. We know there's a Jedi here. And, you know, he goes into this big speech. I don't know why he's giving such a speech, to be honest. But he starts giving a speech about Jedis always hunt themselves. You know, basing it on that they always feel their compassion. Their compassion outs themselves. They see someone, you know, something bad happening, they've got to jump in and help. And that's if they're, you know, there's a way to do there's a way to do that without, you know, giving yourself away. It's like, well, first of all, you don't walk about with a fucking, you know, I'm this show's just took brain cells out of me, so I'm forgetting words. Give me a second. What the fuck word is it? The Jedi stick. I don't know why I'm fucking forgetting this now. You know, sometimes when you just can't grasp what the fuck you're trying to say. Now it's gone. Fuck it. But basically what I'm saying, he could have used his fists. You know, it will come to me. It will come to me, but let's just call them Jedi sticks. At this point, does it really matter when it comes to fucking Star Wars? Lightsabers, that's it. You know, sometimes I just fucking lose a word. I'm like, what's that word? What is that word I'm trying to look for? But yeah, there's a way to do that without giving yourself away. So eventually, Reva, because she's such a boss, she throws a knife at the bartender. And if we go along a little bit, this twat over here, he stops it with the force. You know, he could have done that without putting his fucking hand up. It's like, yeah, you're giving yourself away now. But she's straight out with the old lightsaber. You know, I'm remembering it now. But no, he gets away, and how he gets away, I'm like, well, you literally done nothing. You basically what he does, as you can see in the image there. Yeah, he just force pulled. It's like, yeah, they can just walk around that. They can even walk through it. They can even, you know, duck under it. You've done nothing. They just let him run off. They don't try and fucking capture him or nothing. And then they have a conversation. For some reason, Reva is desperate to find Obi-Wan Kenobi. I don't know what connection she has to him. I don't even know if she's seen him. But for some reason, she's desperate to find him, and you know, she wants to kill him. I'm assuming. And you know, unless you know anything about the leaks, then probably not. There's probably something else to it, I'm guessing. And then this is when we finally get to Obi-Wan, and he's like, I don't know, cutting up animal. I'm guessing it's animal fat or something like that. He's like, it's like that's his job. He's like a butcher or some shit. You get a bit of stuff going on here, where this guy on the right hand side is like, he's saying, well, I've only been given half my pay, and this guy's like, hey, fuck off, mate, will you? You've been given what you've been owed. Obi-Wan kind of walks up and just like stares at him. And this guy's like, what you fucking looking at? Obi-Wan says, fuck all. And then he's off home. He gets the bus, takes the bus. He takes the 347 to town. Then he gets his moped. This fucking... I was going to call it a camel. It's not a camel, though, is it? It's camel-esque, but it's got a big fucking nose. It looks like an anteater. An anteater at the front, so he's off home. He's off home. You know, he's going to kick his feet up. He's going to chuck on an episode of Family Guy, something like that. Then he's gonna, wank himself to sleep. I just had to go there. I hope there's no kids watching. But yeah, he's like having he's bartering with this Jawa that's just walked in his fucking house. I don't know why. I always used to think these Jawas were a bit, they wouldn't come out that much. But but everything we get now, it's like they're constantly there. I really wish someone would just boot them in the face. I'd really love to see it. They used to be little shits. But now they just seem to be going, right, we're going to do a bit of business in here. So he's buying like a toy for, well, we'll get to it. It's a little droid kind of toy fucking fly ship. And then Lucasfilm decide to take up more time by showing us more clips from the prequel trilogy. And I'm guessing this is Obi-Wan's supposed to have PTSD or something like that. So he's reliving the nightmare. He's thinking, Anakin, you stupid prick. You bloody killed him. You killed them all. But yeah, this. So we've seen this bit in the trailer where he's surveying. It's like so this is like Owen. It's like Owen and all that start panicking because Luke runs around the back of the house. It's like they start acting. Oh, he's run off. He's fucking run off, Susan. It's like that's kind of what they were doing with it. It's like, yeah, I don't know why you're panicking. He's not doing anything. And I believe so. You can see Anakin up sitting up there. He's just ran around the back, jumped up there, and he's going like this, like a fucking idiot. I don't. And it's so random. It's like why did he randomly just do that? Just run round the back of the old house and jump up on the roof to start doing this. It's like, you were just helping Owen there, Luke. The fuck. But he must have ADHD or something like that. So we get a bit of that. We're 20 minutes in so far, so we're getting there quickly. So yeah, Obi-Wan drops this toy off for him. It's like, yeah, just. And then this Jedi here that we seen earlier in the bar, he comes out from nowhere and starts going, "Oh, you're Obi-Wan." It's like, why the fuck do you know that? Why would you know that? And how is it you've so conveniently just come across Obi-Wan? Well, that's probably, yeah. And Obi-Wan should really just, yeah, fuck off, mate. I'm not letting you know who I am because that's very stupid. You now have that information. You could get captured by the Empire. They could torture you and find out, oh, you came across me. So yeah, you should have just said, no, I'm not Obi-Wan, mate. You're fucking confusing. So Obi-Wan just says, go and bury that. Go and bury that Jedi stick. Go and bury it in the sand. Walk out to the desert. Bury it in the sand. And then you might recognize this place. It's the old Alderaan. That's right. We're getting old Leia. Oh, that'll get you in, won't it? Oh, Leia, Star Wars is saved. That's the logic for some people. But we really must start blowing through because dinner is on the table. Steak and chips. Let's get it. Come on. So yeah, she's like she always hangs out here climbing up trees and shit. So they take her back in because she's got to meet. We're back to Obi-Wan now. Fucking hell. And then we get the conversation that we seen in the trailer between Owen and Obi-Wan. And I don't know why Owen's got a big problem with Obi-Wan. I don't know why he's like, look at this dickhead. I don't really know where all that's coming from. But that's the whole thing where Obi-Wan says, when Luke becomes of age, he must be trained. And Owen's like, look how Anakin turned out. Although I wouldn't blame Obi-Wan for that. I would blame the Sith Lord. But, Owen, fucking idiot, clearly. Doesn't quite grasp the situation. And then we get the Inquisitors rolling up again. Reva's out here, shouting, saying, we'll cut your fucking hands off. we'll cut your hands off if you don't give us a Jedi. So Owen makes himself look suspicious, of course, idiot. So she's over, you. Do you know where the Jedi are? Who are you? Where do you live? He's just like, I just work on a farm with my family. Obi-Wan's standing right here, by the way, and Reva not once, it's like he's not fucking hiding. He's just like standing there, gawping at her. And she's like, no, I can't see him. The script doesn't want me to see him, so I can't see him. So, yeah, they get into it. She doesn't kill him. She said, she goes off and says, next time I'll fucking cut your hands off. And then this is where they're trying to really like reinforce that she's desperate to find Obi-Wan. I don't know what information she's got. It's like, why do you, for some reason, think he's here? Why would you know anything about that? There seems to be some things at the end of the episode. I'm like, no, you don't know that. There's no way you know that. But we're getting there now. In fact, give me... Well, you're not going to see this. I'll just edit out. I'm going to go and get my dinner, and I'm going to come back, and I'm going to finish this shit off. So, give me a minute. We'll be back in 1, 2, 3... And we're back. See, it was like I wasn't even gone. But now let's continue on, shall we? Where were we? So Reva and, guy in a stupid hat, as I say, they were having a conversation about, her wanting to find Obi-Wan Kenobi so desperately for some reason. And then we're back to Alderaan, where Leia they're meeting outside with these people. I'm guessing this is like, either the wife or the husband's brother or something. Because you get this boy, and this is, Leia says, "Hi, cousin." That's just what people say, I suppose, whenever they see their cousin. "Hi, cousin." They start talking about, the Empire and the slave trade and all that sort of stuff. All that sort of jazz. And then he starts, taking the piss out of Leia. And Leia, starts talking again. Again, kids talking like they're 40 years old. But she, tears right through him, digs deep, and says, you just want people to be scared of you like they are your dad. It's like, we've just seen your dad. He ain't fucking scary. So I don't know where this idea that, he wants people to fear him. So she does this right out in front of people, makes him look like a right wanker. And then, she's having a go at her parents going, he was being a dickhead to me. Actually talking like a fucking 6-year-old would. 10-year-old, it's a 10-year-old would be fair. So you get a conversation between these two, from the guy from the prequels, out of Dexter as well, and he's like, you'll be off to university soon. You become this senator. She's like, I don't want to be a senator. She said, and he says, that's why you'll make the best senator. So that's a conversation I don't really give a fuck about. But no, she was supposed to go and apologise to her cousin for making him look like a wanker. But she decides, I'm running off into the woods again. Which, as we've seen, that there was a guy in the woods, I believe. And it just makes you wonder. It's like, you've got your back door. There's no guards. There's no guards patrolling the area because you have Vader's daughter. It seems very, very, very irresponsible. And this is the guy that, for some reason, I don't know what it is with kidnappers. It's just kidnap them. You don't need to give her a monologue. But that's what this guy does. It's like, yeah, you're just letting her know that you're here to take her away. Just fucking take her. Just take her, so something can happen in this episode. And then we get a big chase, which, it's dumb as shit. It's like, you're chasing after a 10-year-old. She's got little legs. Little legs. She can't run very fast. Yet, these fully grown adults cannot seem to catch her. You know, they're just like, no, don't run away from us. Don't run away from us. It's like, chase her, will you? She's 10. She's running like a snail. But no, this is some chase scene that goes on for a bit of time. I can't find the frame, but this guy runs straight into a branch. He's running, staring at this branch as he's running. I'm just gonna fucking run into it with my chest. It's like, yeah, you've seen that. I don't know why you ran into that, mate. But not very bright, quite clearly. It's like, even at this bit, it's like, you could have grabbed it there. But no. And then we're back where she gets kidnapped, gets a sack thrown over her head. And we're back to Obi-Wan sorting out his pornography. No, but he hears this little beeper. This is from Alderaan. So we get a little conversation between they're asking for Obi-Wan's help. It's like, no, Obi-Wan has his orders. You have your orders. It's like, you know, even Obi-Wan says it. Why not just get a bounty hunter? Get this. It's like, well, yeah, they should have done that. I don't know why they went, oh no, we need Obi-Wan Kenobi, even though he's protecting the other child of Vader. So we'd be putting him in jeopardy by trying to get Obi-Wan to come off planet. But this is when we start going into the stuff where they need to somehow get Obi-Wan to leave the planet. Which is just, it's stupidity. You know, it didn't take very long to ruin his character, did it? It took one episode to go, nah, that's not fucking him. What you're getting is irresponsible Obi-Wan. He's been given a job to do. He's like, nah, fuck it. You know, at first he's like, no, I can't do that. I've got Luke to look after. And they're like, well, Leia's just as important as Luke Skywalker. Maybe a bit of important, not as important as Luke. And Obi-Wan's been given this job to watch over Luke. So, really, this should be the end of the series right here. Obi-Wan says, no, I've already got a job to do. End of the series. But no, we can't have that. We can't have that. It's like all these options they have to get someone to try and find Leia. And they're like, no, Obi-Wan. We'll get Obi-Wan. You know, we'll make him feel bad. Even though we've got all the money in the world to hire the best of the best bounty hunters. No, what we're going to do is we're going to put Luke into jeopardy. Great. So yeah, he ends up getting guilt-tripped into going and doing this. And then we go to the ship with the old bandits. She's tied up. Obi-Wan Kenobi's back at work. Well, actually, he's thinking about whether or not he should do it. And then the Jedi we've seen earlier is hanging up here. Hanging up here. The old hangman. So he goes off back home again. Again. And now he's just come to the planet. Come to the planet. You're putting everything in jeopardy. We're almost at the end now. So he's still trying to convince him into doing this. You know, apparently Obi-Wan is the only person available. It's like, no, you can get anybody. I'm pretty sure you can probably get someone better than Obi-Wan. You're dealing with an entire galaxy. Are you trying to tell me there's no one better? So we go back to Leia, and for some reason, the bandits have just left. She has like a little device that it's like a friend or something like that. You know, bit of a weird kid, but and yeah, she starts telling it to cut the ropes. And it's like, why have these guys? Why? You know, this is a big device. For some reason, I don't know why they haven't seen that. Why they haven't seen this big fucking thing. She's walking about, you know, the size of a fucking CD player. And they're like, nah, we're not going to pat her down or nothing. You know, I don't even know where she's storing it, to be honest. But they come in and they smash it to pieces. She starts crying about it and stuff like that. We're back in the desert. Obi-Wan is going to... Nah, hasn't shown us yet. We'll get to it. So this is where he's buried the lightsabers. I don't really know. Would the sand not just move away and all that sort of stuff? He didn't bury it deep. It's like, surely that sand would have moved. Whatever. And then we get Reva talking to these. So she's planned this kidnapping. Why does she know anything about who Vader's kids are? Why would she know Leia is Anakin's daughter? Why does she know this? Even fucking Vader doesn't know this. So why does she know this? But this is her big plan of getting Obi-Wan out of hiding. It's a big gamble on that one. It's like, no, he should be down here doing his job. You're just working on the assumption that, oh, he's just going to come out of hiding because of this. So how do you, it's like, no, she doesn't know any of this, and that's it. It's final. She should not know any of this. I don't think Vader knows that, oh yeah, I have a daughter, Leia, that lives on Alderaan. He doesn't know that. Why does she know this? Fucking hell. So yeah, that's probably one of the biggest problems here. Well, not the biggest, but yeah, it's probably second. It's in the second. It comes in second in the running. So this is where Obi-Wan Kenobi's at the bus station. He's still trying to figure out if he's going to do this or not. The woman says to him, are you coming? Are you not? Are you just going to stand there like a bloody pleb? And yeah, he decides to go. And what does this fucking idiot do? What does this idiot do? It's like, I know you're trying to do that for the audience, but you should not be, just, oh, I've just got my lightsaber here. It's like she could tell the Empire. She could go and tell the Inquisitors that, oh yeah, there was a guy walking about with a lightsaber. He's just jumped on this ship going to, I don't know, whatever planet you want to choose. So that's very, very silly. And that's the best part of the episode, the credits. That's probably about it. But I suppose the biggest thing to speak about. So Obi-Wan has now he's now left. He's left Luke. This is the Inquisitors are still sniffing about, and this is the time that you go, right, I've got to leave off planet. Seems very irresponsible to me. It just does. It's no, Obi-Wan, you've been given a job to do it, and that's it. That's it. There's no, no, you've been given a job. You're supposed to look over this boy who the Inquisitors, as they're sniffing about, could just happen to come across. Maybe they torture Owen and find out, oh, this is Luke Skywalker. All these things you need to consider. But Obi-Wan's like, nah, fuck him. I've got to go off planet to save Leia because this is the Leia show now. So yeah, basically that's all the episode was. It was just trying to figure out a way to get him off planet. It's like, yeah, you didn't do a very good job. I would have said you shouldn't have even bothered doing this series. You shouldn't have bothered. I think a better way that you could probably come up with for getting Obi-Wan to go off planet is maybe he gets kidnapped as well. He gets kidnapped and nobody knows who his kidnappers don't know who he is. That would work a little bit better than instead, no, he just goes off planet. It's like all the risks he's taken for this. Unbelievable, but that's what we expected. It's like, what to expect out of this show? It's going to be the same as Boba Fett, where Disney, they have their character, the Mandalorian. This is the character they've put in full view. So what they do is let's just talk about the Boba Fett show. They bring down Boba Fett, the character you like, the character that came from when George Lucas was doing it. And then, they bring Boba Fett down, Mandalorian goes up. So the same thing's going to happen here. They're going to bring Obi-Wan down, and they're going to push Reva up. That's what they're going to be doing the same thing. So that's why when you go through this series, they're going to go out of their way to make sure it ruins the character that he was in the prequels. I'm telling you, there was a way of doing a series with Obi-Wan, and it shouldn't have involved him leaving the planet. We know everything that's coming. Everything breaks the canon with the whole rematch that's coming up. But, what does it really matter? There's really no point in even getting angry at this point. Lucasfilm is a joke. A big, fat joke. Since Disney have had Star Wars, they have done nothing good with it. Nothing good with it. And as of course, the prequels are not good films, but I can still watch the prequels though. Well, maybe not as much now, but I could, even though knowing they're not very good films, I could still sit and watch it. At least something happens. Whereas what we've had throughout this episode is fucking filler. That is all we've had, and we're not even done with this yet today, because I now have the second episode, because Disney thought, let's put the second episode out as well. Let's torture them. Let's put them through this shite. So I expect with the going into the second episode, hopefully it gets going, but that just means we're going to get more problems. So I've got to go and get on with that as soon as I'm done here. I've got to, edit this. Doesn't really need much editing. Do that. Get it uploaded, get it out, and then I'll be moving on to the second episode. I am running out of time, so I've got to get going. I just want to get the second episode done, and then I'm done till next week. I don't need to fucking watch this show I don't need to watch this show till next week. But I imagine going into this second episode, it's going to take a lot longer to go through, because I think you're going to get more problems, a lot more problems. It just seemed like in this one they were playing it very, very safe. They went out, they didn't want to go out there and actually do something. No, they wanted to let's just waste time. We've only got 6 episodes. Let's just waste time. And as I say, it's been the same for most of these shows. I think the most recent one was not the most recent, but the one I watched was Hawkeye. And they wasted episodes in that as well. It's like, you need to fucking get it going. Well, I believe Hawkeye was actually, he went into the second episode, and all it was Hawkeye running about looking for his suit for fucking 40 minutes. But, it's going to get better, isn't it? Surely it's going to get better. Surely Kathy she's gonna pull something out of her ass. But I shall be back. If I don't have the second episode out tonight, it will be out tomorrow. But I'll still be trying to get it done. We'll just see how we're doing for time. But yeah, as it goes, the best way to describe it is just a boring episode. But I will see you in, a couple of hours or tomorrow. We'll see what happens, but bye for now.